Okay, we're going to start by adding fractions. Whenever you add fractions, you have to find a common denominator. Let's say we have a fraction 1/2. The 2 is the denominator, the 1 is the numerator. And so if we want to add to that fraction 3/5, okay? So our first step is to determine equivalent fractions, because we have to set up the pizza to be cut up in the same amount of pieces. So we can imagine this pie cut up into 2 pieces. That's easy for me to draw, but this pie cut up into 5 pieces, and they're not all the same size, so it looks weird. So to add the fractions, we have to make sure the pieces are the same. So we need to know what is the common denominator. That means a number that 5 can go into and that 2 can go into. So one way we can figure out what that number is by setting up factors. So that means factors means the answers to the tables, like the 2 times tables. The answers to the 2 times tables is 2 times 1 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? So then we figure out the answers to the 5 times tables, which are the factors. Then we got 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, and wait. When they match, that means that's the least common denominator. So let me go ahead and write that down. Okay, now we know that's the denominator. So now we have to divide, get that answer, and multiply by the top. In other words, you think, what can you multiply by 5 to get 10? And we know it's 2. Whatever you do on top, you do on bottom. There you have a 6. What can you multiply by 10? 2 times what is 10? 5, of course. On top, 5 times 1 is 5. Now we have the numerators that we add. So the pizza is cut up in 10 slices now. So you have 2 pieces cut up in 10 slices. And so we've eaten, we're going to add, we've eaten 1/2 and 3/5. So we've eaten 6/10 and 5/10. So we've eaten 11/10. But wait, did we eat a whole pizza? Yeah, we ate a little more. If we added those 2 fractions together, we ate more than 1 pizza. We ate 1 pizza, and when the top number is larger than the bottom, that's called an improper fraction. So to determine change it to a mixed number, we divide that number into the top one, and then it went 1 whole pizza, and then 1 times 10 is 10, and you have 1 slice left over. So the final answer is 1 and 1/10.